Brittany, I love how much joy callbacks bring you.
Princess Di.
You can't cook.
And then John.
Like
And
drawn
John.
really angrily.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
Lucas is drawn angrily.
It also... I'm going to turn it around.
I think
sorry.
we should turn it around.
It's
It's
not-
awkward to do the pod like this.
Because you already know there's white
'Cause
men judging you when we
Yeah,
release this. You know,
exactly.
you don't need to see it.
Wait, now the back says the boys.
Acrylic on panel.
Whoa,
Man,
painted
that's
by
so
a
funny.
woman.
Yeah,
Interesting.
painted
Damn.
by a lady
Interesting.
with a crush, I'm sure.
100%.
3 crushes.
Yeah, she loves Aryans or whatever.
Aryans.
But it looks like they were AI generated to be
Yeah.
a guy on a podcast.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what I mean?
absolutely true. I think anyone with money just looks the same to me. It's like
Yeah.
that's how I have facial blindness. Like
Yeah.
anyone in like a fleece, I'm like, I can't see you.
Yeah.
You're the defining definitions of
That's
you.
like how there's like that those experiments where they'll have people like they have face blindness because people are dressed in construction working costumes. So
Oh
they're
my
just like, well,
God.
that's a construction worker. So then they replace the person entirely.
And then they're
And
like,
the person
no,
thinks
it's
it's
your
the same
father.
guy.
It's your father.
Your father.
Dude,
That's
we should...
hilarious. If I see a construction worker, I'm like, Dad? That's so
I know.
funny.
See, that's the difference between people with money and without money.
Yeah.
If I saw an HVAC technician,
Yeah.
I'd be like, Papa.
Yeah. If someone smells like tar, then I'm like, oh, my dad's close, I think. Is that my
Why do I
dad?
feel a little bit scared?
Tar was a smell I used to smell a lot.
Yeah.
as a
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All
Big
just like
time.
in my dad's boots
Yeah.
and stuff.
Working
Yeah.
on cars, I
Mhm.
guess, too.
Yeah.
Well, my dad does like asphalt and paint striping and stuff. So
Oh,
it was
God, that makes
extra.
sense.
And then he'd
Lots
always
of
be
tar.
like, girls, someone get my damn boot. I'd be like,
I used to take my dad's shoes off all the time too, and I loved it. I loved unlacing the boots,
yes.
and then
so
pulling it
sweet.
off was
that's
like
a blue
such
collar.
a feat.
Yeah, that's you should cherish that.
Man.
Did
You know?
used to. Okay, this is kind of weird. My dad has a terrible back.
Okay.
And we used to like when we were kids, he'd lay down and we'd stand on top of him for like
Okay,
an
that's
hour.
fine. I thought
Yeah,
you were
yeah,
like, we
yeah.
used to oil massage.
Yeah,
him.
what
And
about
I'd be like,
this is normal,
we
right?
used to massage him and then kiss him on the mouth.
By request.
Dude, you know what I was thinking about the other day? This is related but unrelated. Like, I think it was David Drake had a joke about how he like saw his dad's dick and stuff. And like how everybody like sees their dad's dick or whatever. But let me tell you something. My father wasn't around. So I am so grateful that I never saw my dad's
Yeah,
dick
you
because he
released
didn't want to
that
be a part of my
trauma.
life. I'm like, thanks, Dad. Or like people being like, oh, I would hear my parents having sex. And I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I've never seen them in the same room.
your mom is, or your dad is just your mom in a wig.
Yeah.
You're the same person, actually.
I know. You know, it's like he's Mrs. Doubtfiring.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's special. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Welcome to Worthless Clowns.
Welcome to the clowns.
It's a podcast about how stupid we all are. I'm Brittany Cardwell, Brittany's Cardwell on Instagram.
And I'm Ali O'Neill. You can find me on Instagram at It's Ali O'Neill. And we got a special guest today.
Yeah, we do.
You've seen her on Comedy Central. And also keep those peepers out. She's got a special coming out soon to be announced.
TBA.
It's Courtney Maginnis.
Oh my God, she's too hot to do a comedy. It's me, Courtney Maginnis. Thanks, guys. So I haven't named the special yet. You so graciously said you were gonna plug it. Also at Court McGinnis,
there we
and
go.
follow me on YouTube also. And then okay, I got 2 names. I'll
Uh-huh.
run them by you. Let me
Yeah.
know what you think. Number 1, and this is one I've wanted to do for a long time. White noise. Because I think it's funny because I'm dumb and white, and so it's like funny. And then also maybe if someone searches that on YouTube, a couple extra hits.
There you go.
Yeah.
People fall asleep to it. Okay,
You gotta get
that's
the
Yeah.
SEO.
strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then also the other one maybe mostly my personality. Because I'm mostly my personality, because I think that's a critique of women or like hot girl comedy is like
Yeah.
it's just a vibe, and it's like, well, sometimes that's funny.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm between the two.
I really like white noise.
I like white noise.
yeah.
Especially
Okay.
because I hope it's okay that I say that we're all white trash.
Yeah, thank
And
you.
that's
Thank
like
you for
a
noticing.
very-
I my finest Ralph Lauren polo, so fuck you.
Well, we were just talking about how our fathers would make...
have us take their boots off.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to, did you used to, like, what's it called? Buff the boot, too?
No.
I like the smell of that stuff.
Oh, what the?
That's why Brittany's a little slow now.
Yeah, she huffed paint.
Huffing shoe polish.
Shoe polish.
And because I left that gas leak on for so long in my apartment.
Oh my God, yeah.
No,
Brittany
Brittany,
thought
no.
she had a gas leak for a long time and wouldn't shut up about it for 6 months. She's like,
And then you did?
Well, not really. I don't know.
Yeah.
My husband's always like, I think we have a gas leak or something. I'm like, you smoked weed for 12 hours yesterday. You're just tired. He's like, nah, something's up. Something's up.
I like white noise, though. I think it's, I don't know. It feels catchier to me.
And so everyone's doing a special, and that's my deepest insecurity is I'm like, you're right, I'm just another fucking drop in the bucket. You know, so it's like, well, then I'm just saying it, you know, taking the power back.
I do think, I think the white noise YouTube thing is smart, but what I would be afraid of is that people look for it and only find white noise.
That's true too.
So it's like maybe you add one more thing
word
to it.
White noise, bitch. Something. Sound off in the comments.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Well, because I said it to someone and they were like, do you do a lot of racial humor? And I was like, God, no. So I also don't want to like set people up like I'm some like,
it might do that too.
Yeah.
But that would be insane. I mean, I guess I didn't think of that because I don't think anybody would ever do that.
And this is how white people really are. That's my whole special.
Dude, every time you're like, black.
Yeah, every time. Well.
That's white noise. Is your mother being like, I saw a black guy.
Yeah.
That's what white noise is.
Yeah.
I saw a black man. Dude, one time my mom and I were driving and there was like a huge hot black guy running down the street, just jogging.
I was like, from you guys? What
and we were like, get back here. No. And my mom, like under her breath, like not even really for me, she was like, Mama loves the brothers.
What?
Yeah.
What? Oh my God. Keep it in your pants,
not even,
girl.
Not even like for me, really. Just for her. So
also,
funny.
Taste.
I know, yeah. Totally. Yeah.
Good for her.
And, you know, I guess that's where I got it from. But I'm dating a big white guy, so.
Yeah, same. It fucking sucks. Fucking sucks. But what are you going to do? You can't help who you love. I wish you could.
Courtney's married to Casey James Lang. We'll just say it. Friend
Yes,
of the
just
pod.
say it. Friend of the pod.
Watch his episode 2. So funny.
He's very dumb. So I'm glad you got him up early. Yeah. Very stupid man.
Yeah.
And so I was coming to do this pod. You obviously have moved studios. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'm going to Bushwick. He's like, no, they record in.
No,
and
he did it here.
He did it here?
Yes, he did.
I cannot wait to get home and rub that in his face.
He also was 20 minutes late because he couldn't find his car.
Really? Really?
Yes.
I've never seen him be late.
I think he thought he was going to be late. It was surprisingly he was on time. But he was texting us for a long time being like, I lost my car.
Oh my God. Dude, Courtney's going to kill me. I bet that's what it is. She's going to fucking kill me. Every day he loses the car. I just need you to know that. Every day.
I was on my way here and I was with Dave and I was like, oh fuck, I'm going to be late. And I just feel bad, like especially when like in general, but especially when we have a guest. Mm-hmm. And Dave was like, Courtney's used to it. It's fine.
My entire life, every day of my life, I have to plan for a grown man, an almost 40-year-old man to be late to everything. My brother-in-law is so Casey's sister recently married a man, and they came to visit us a couple weeks ago. And my brother-in-law sits down, and in a quiet moment, he goes, "Is Casey like late a lot?" I go, "Oh, buddy." I go, why don't you take a load off? It was like I could watch the relief and the bond grow between the two of us.
Yeah,
because we just married the male and female version of each other.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
They just don't have time in their family.
Thanksgiving, my family is like not even but my family will be like, hey, it's Thanksgiving, everyone just get here at 3, we'll eat at 5. That's like a general, you know, it never happens exactly, but that's like everyone comes at 3, we hang out, we drink, we eat at 5. His family, Thanksgiving, first of all, I'm like somehow in charge of a lot of it. And they're like, we're gonna eat tomorrow. And I go, what time? And they're like, just whenever. And I go, oh God. I go, be cool. It's not your family. It is your family, but it's not your family. It's so hard. I can't take it.
They're having dinner at like midnight, like they're in Spain or something.
And it is the opposite of Spain. I'm going to tell you that. It is.
They're bringing out
upstate
people
New
are
York.
getting hungry, so they're bringing out snacks all day, but then they run out of good things. So by the end, it's just like plain crackers.
Oh yeah, and as white trash people, most things you eat are cream based. You don't want that.
And you
sitting
can't
out
be
for
leaving
so
it
long.
out all day.
You can't be leaving deviled eggs out that long.
Yeah, and it's just like everything is mayonnaise based.
Everything.
And then you
everything.
eat everything. I do love deviled eggs.
Oh,
and
I
you
love
eat
deviled
everything,
eggs.
and then the turkey comes out, and then you're like, why does this look weird? And then your aunt is like, oh, I just put salt and pepper on it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell?
Speaking of white people, they can't cook.
Yeah, I know. Oh God,
annoying.
my family's Irish as well.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like those people just didn't have food for so long that they forgot how to make it good. It's like it's fucking crazy. Like my mother, there was one time, I've told this story on the pod before, but my mother, she terrible cook, awful cook. There was one time when we were like, me and my brother were like teenagers, and she kept making chicken soup and it always tasted like water. And then she got so frustrated that she couldn't cook it well that she took me and my brother into the bathroom and she took ladles of the soup and slammed it into the toilet.
Oh my God.
She was like, tell me never to make chicken soup again. And like splashing it with such force that it was like on the walls and shit.
Oh my God, girl, no. Girl, no. Oh my
and
God.
then me and my brother were like, okay.
Do you cook now?
No, I'm actually, okay, here's the thing. There's like a few things. I worked in restaurants for a long time.
Yeah.
So I've kind of like picked up on how to do it like okay.
Yeah.
I'm not like a very good cook. I can't just like make something up.
Yeah, I can't do that either.
But
I love
if I make a recipe enough times, I can like improve it to my liking.
Same. Yeah. See,
You know.
because I think my mom can cook, but I think I was the only one. See, I'm from Virginia, and I feel like Southern cooking is good.
Yeah.
So so I did grow up eating good food, but everyone, because I moved to New York, they were like, "Oh, she's a fashion girl. She can't cook." And everyone,
she has a job. She can't cook.
she can. She's like Carrie Bradshaw. You ever seen it? You ever seen the show? So like, I think they told me that so many times that now I'm like, pretty much since the pandemic, I've been mastering cooking. I'm like, oh, can I not cook?
Nice.
And that's
what have you been doing?
Whatever you want. What do you
Is there
want?
a favorite that you have?
Well, my husband's Polish. Ugh.
Oh my God.
And so I've been making pierogies. I feel like I can make, but like from scratch. Very good.
Ooh, that's a long day.
Oh.
It's a long day.
I bet you cook a lot of cabbage and it stinks up your whole phone.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. You want to talk about deviled eggs? Oh baby. Do not go to Green and Seneca. Okay, the whole block.
My mom, she's like pretty good at cooking. She likes cooking. Like she likes trying a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't always nail it, but I think she's good enough, and she's like willing to try a lot that it can be good. But the thing with her is that she needs so much reassurance and positive feedback.
So does
like,
my mom.
here's what
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
We'll
That's
be,
why she slammed it into the toilet.
but the way my mom does it is she's never satisfied. Like, we'll be sitting around eating and we all really like whatever she made.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Let's say it's like just new mashed potato recipe she's doing, or whatever.
Mhm.
And we're all like, oh, this is so good. And we'll each say it like one time, which is standard.
Yeah.
Right?
It's very polite.
You should just accept the one thing. But if we're not saying it like the entire meal,
Yeah.
she thinks something is wrong.
Yeah.
So she'll make a lot of noise during the meal to like get people to like re-say it. She'll be like, and then like she'll be like, and she'll kind of look around to get like people to say it one more time. And then she'll like cut herself down if you haven't said it again. She'll be like, I don't know. I think it's not that good.
Okay, I'm
And then
sorry.
we'll all be like, we love it, Mom. We like it.
That is me to a T. I was over here like, I know you're making fun of her, but that is how I am about my comedy, about everything. I'm like, do you guys like it? Or I'm stupid. I should stop, right? I should stop.
Yeah, I guess I do that too. But with the meal, it's like we all have to say it 20 times.
Yeah.
And
So
she
then it sort of
still
takes
doesn't-
away.
Yeah.
Away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
By
a-
the end of it, we're like frustrated at her because we're like, why don't you believe us?
Now you're being a bitch. And you know what? It could use a little more salt.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
God.
man.
Do you have you got a stupid story for us?
Yeah.
Whoa, pure LaCroix.
Yeah, I feel like I've drinking.
This looks so fresh.
I know.
Take a
It's-
sip.
God.
Take a sip.
Do you not like joy in your life?
I feel like I
know
drink
what-
so much fucking seltzer that when people like drink so much coffee that they just start having black coffee.
I drink black coffee.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's how I am with seltzer. I'm like,
that
just
makes
give it to me
sense.
straight, doc.
I need to
just
burn.
water.
I want it to
You're
burn
acting
my
like you're being
mouth.
hard, but it's water.
I think it's pretty hard.
I mean, I do drink black coffee. I drink vodka sodas or whiskey on the rocks. So I'm like,
Yes.
I've done all of it a lot.
Irish Catholic.
Yeah.
Irish Catholic. You're like, I
I've been
can't
drinking
feel
since I was
good.
12. So.
Yeah, same, 13.
Oh, yes, bitch.
But not very much.
Dude, I just eat the weed right out of the bowl.
Yeah. You actually have to eat a lot of weed.
I'm
Alex.
just like,
Yeah, so, I think we're all comedians here. Sure. You're just used to being humiliated every day of your life
Yeah.
when
That's what
you
this
go
pod
up
is
there,
for.
just
Yeah.
bombing in front of your friends and family and
Yeah.
fans. I'm doing air quotes. And so I was thinking, but then you said it was over in Bushwick, and my favorite, most embarrassing story is when drum roll please. That was really bad. That was really, you know what? Forget the drum roll. I shit my pants.
yes, we love poop stories
love
on this
poop.
pod.
Yeah. Body problems.
You got
Ugh.
to, because I was very stupid. Otherwise, I could have made it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Mm.
You ready for this? Let me set the scene. I'm talking 2013, maybe
Okay.
2014.
Hell
okay?
yeah, everybody's wearing headbands. indie
Everybody's
sleeves,
wearing
American
headbands.
apparel.
And you're
Oh,
you're like a new enough comic that everything is awful.
Embarrassing.
Everything's
and
terrible.
I'm just now, I would say, freshly being embraced by the Bushwick scene.
Mhm.
Okay. And the Bushwick scene, pretty new back then,
Yeah.
a lot of like apartment loft shows and
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
This is when the Pine Box open mic was very new as well.
Ooh.
Mhm.
And so I was at the Pine Box open mic and I was sitting in the back. We're probably on the third round. My name still isn't called. And I'm thinking to myself, kind of got a shit.
Yeah.
Okay. And I go, let me wait one more round, because Pine Box, you don't want to shit in those bathrooms.
No, those
They're
bathrooms are bad.
two bathrooms. They rarely flush.
Yeah.
And they go straight
I fixed
into
the toilet in there a couple times.
Dude, I fix that toilet all the time.
I fixed the toilet in Flophouse last week.
Dude, yes, me too.
Okay.
Everywhere I go,
Two blue collar. You girls, it's too much. You're like, you know what? I always keep a wrench in my back pocket in case the shitter's broken.
hey, you never know. You could be a hero.
That's true. That's true.
I'm always taking an opportunity to be a hero.
Sometimes
Okay.
you're saving yourself.
Yeah, I know. I'm saving everybody else because I had asparagus that night. And, dude, there was one time me and my brother were at church. My dad's also a pastor, and it was Christmas.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you've got a life.
I know, it's fucked up. But my dad's a pastor, and we go to church on Christmas.
Yeah.
Only, but
Yeah.
like we'll have dinner at my dad's house, and then me and my brother will get drunk on the car on the way to church, and then
Nice,
sit in the
nice.
back and make fun of my dad.
Drinking and driving, that's Boston.
Hell yeah,
baby.
dude.
That's Boston.
And we were like a little drunk, and we had asparagus for dinner, and my brother comes out of the bathroom like in and sits down next to me in the pew and is like, smells like somebody took a shit in there. Anyway, sorry.
Anyway, it's you're at the Pine Box open
Yeah,
mic.
sorry. We get too excited.
yes. How dare you take away from this from
Early
this
Bushwick
beautiful-
scene, you're about to shit your pants.
and I'm like, it's not good. And at this point, it was like, maybe I thought it was manageable. And then my name doesn't get called in the next round. I go, I gotta go. And I'm
Yeah.
living on Star Street at the time. So I'm like a 15-20 minute walk. So I'm like, I gotta walk home. It's time to go. And then I leave, I get up to go, and the host of the mic was like, no, we'll put you up in the next thing. And I'm like, I got a show. I was like, I gotta go. I should have said something. That's my bad. And then I'm leaving, but I'm such a fucking people pleaser. I'm working on it. I'm trying to Irish
Yeah.
exit these days, really
Yeah.
honor my ancestors. I'm like really trying to be better, but I had to say bye and hug everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And by the time I get out front, I'm like, I gotta run. I gotta go.
Yeah.
And then one older comic who is canceled now. I'll tell you off mic who
Ooh.
it
Oh my
is.
god, I can't wait.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was
And-
Bill Cosby.
Don't ruin it.
running a mic in Bushwick. That's such a funny idea.
But it was someone who I was like, I want them to book me on my show. And he was
Yeah.
like, come have a cigarette. This is when cigarettes were cool. You know, just set the
Yeah.
scene here.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'll have a cigarette. And I am pouring sweat. It's fall.
Yeah. How
I'm
can you focus like this?
I'm pouring sweat and I'm like, I'm just like blowing the smoke. I'm like, I like couldn't. I'm like, good talk, buddy. And my ass is clenched. And I forgot to say this up top, but I'm in a dress
No, you don't even have.
and tights.
No!
Oh yeah, ladies. I'm in
Are
tights.
you all imagining this?
Yeah, you're gonna shit your pants and it's gonna stomp out like a waffle.
Yeah. Or it's gonna because it's constrained enough that it can slide down, but it's in these weird bulges.
Yeah, well, they were American Apparel. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. And so I start walking and I get halfway there. So I'm not like far, and it's Bushwick. It's like there's just warehouses. It's not like I can pop in and ruin the a bartender's day. You know, I gotta go home.
Yeah.
And I'm halfway there and I'm like, I'm just not. And I like took one step and I was a girl and the next step I was a woman. When I tell you, bitch, it wasn't like, oh, I shit my pants like a little bit. It was everything.
Oh.
Everything.
Everything everywhere all at once.
Everything everywhere all at once came out
Oh.
and was compressed
Yes, compressed
into my body.
Oh.
And when I did, the producer's laughing. All right, we got a man laughing. That's good. And I walked like tiny baby steps all the way home. What I also didn't tell you is I had just started dating my ex-boyfriend, and he was on his way over to my house to meet me and hang out. I'm talking fresh. We had probably gone on like 10 dates maybe.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Like, but we're like boyfriend, like we're newly boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
And my little sister was in town. She was staying with me. She had moved here, and so she was sitting on my front steps smoking a cigarette. By the time it took me 30 minutes to walk home. I'm just like tiny baby steps, and I'm like, don't move, you know. And
It's a precarious situation.
it was bad.
It's like Jenga.
Yeah, exactly. Because everything you were saying about the tights could have been true. But instead, I was just like, keep it moving. You know, thank God opaque tights were trendy. You know, thank God. And I see my sister, and she sees how slow I'm walking. And she was like, did you hurt yourself? And I go, Ashley, I shit my pants. And she was like, no, you didn't. And I was like, Ashley, I shit my pants. She's like, no, you didn't. And then I took a step closer and she goes, oh my God, you shit your pants.
So you're just walking around in this like green cloud.
Like I look like a fucking Linus. What's the name of the thing? And so she gets me, she's like about to puke. She gets me in the house, turns the shower on. She's lighting incense lighting incense, like following me around and waving it everywhere like it was fucking holy water. She got me a garbage bag. I threw everything was done. Everything's gone.
Oh yeah, of course.
No way.
No.
I showered myself off, opened all the windows in the house, Febrezed everything, incensed everything. My ex-boyfriend shows up right as I finished drying my hair, and he goes,
like, you don't have to clean for me.
he literally goes, smells good in here. I didn't tell him until we almost broke up. I didn't tell him for so fucking
Before you
long.
break up, you're like, there's actually something you need to know.
I have to
Was he like, I've been such a piece of shit. You don't deserve me. I'm a bad guy. And you're like, you feel so bad that he thinks he's bad. So you're like, let me tell you something.
And then
You know
he's
that
like,
one
you know what,
time
never
came
mind.
over, you thought it smelled good? I shit my pants.
Smells good in here.
It was honestly probably the only time I cleaned my apartment, if we're being real. The whole time we were together.
Oh man.
So so I've been really careful, and then
Ever since.
and then this spring.
I didn't know we got two stories.
Oh my God,
I'm
yes.
so excited.
This has an arc.
Yeah.
This spring, I'm getting cocky.
Yeah.
It's been a decade. It's been a decade. No accidents. And I go to, Mara Wiles.
Yes.
I'm sure a friend of
Love
the
Mara.
pod, comedian. We go to Soul Cycle.
Mhm.
And then afterwards, we're like,
in tights again. Were you in-
true, in leggings. In leggings
Yeah.
tights. Yes. Okay. Didn't even think about that connection.
Scary.
I got to get this on stage. I got to work out these beats. But we go to brunch after because we were like having a fucking, white girl Saturday. Just like Soul Cycle and brunch, girly. And our food, some reason our food took long. So they gave us like extra drinks. Like it was just, and we had got, you got an appetite. And it was, by the time I was on the train, the familiar, the sweating, and I was like, oh no. I was like, oh no.
Oh.
And I'm walking, same from the train. I'm like walking like, oh no. I got all the way inside. Casey goes, honey, how's it going? I slam the door shut. I get to the bathroom. I close the door. Everything comes out. I'm in my bathroom looking at the toilet as I shit my fucking pants.
Oh, no.
Again. And Casey's like,
Oh.
Casey's like, honey, are you okay?
this is so good.
2014, 2024.
Oh,
Shit my
man.
pants twice.
Everybody
Man.
get ready for 2020, 2034.
34.
Sorry.
20, what year
Yeah.
is that?
You're like a comet.
I'm an H.
It's
I'm
like
an-
every 10 years.
Yeah, comment.
I'm like cicadas.
Yeah.
Dude, shitting your pants is like cicadas.
It's coming. It's coming. And
Get
it's
ready
going to
for-
be gross.
Get ready for 23.
20.
I'm just so fucking stupid, dude.
Well, I
Yeah.
kept wanting to just say 4 later, like a presidential.
Yeah.
campaign,
Yeah,
I mean, who knows? I'm getting older. It could tighten up. It
That's
could,
true, yeah.
It could be
What
a
was-
point where it's every 4 months.
What was the last time you shit your pants before 2014?
Never.
Never.
First time. I mean, a
Ooh,
baby.
So the first
baby.
one was a big one.
It was bad. It was
Yeah.
bad. It was bad because I had a bit of the opposite problem.
Mm.
Your butthole was too tight.
Yeah, yeah. But then I was just all that anal sex, and now I just shitting my pants all the time. No, I couldn't go. I wouldn't go for like a couple days.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, jeez.
Then I figured everything out, and now it's terrible.
It's
now
the
I-
monkey's paw.
now I gotta be on guard all the time.
Every day you're like, I got to do this again.
My cousins would be like, how do you party all of the time, eat horrible food, and then not shit? I'm like, I don't know. And then 2014.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
She bursts forth into this world.
Yep. It's not good.
I've never had one. I've never really shit my pants and never anything like that. But I know it will happen to me one day.
I was
Totally,
like,
yeah.
adorable that you say that. I can't wait. Invite me back when it happens. Because you're a woman now. It'll happen.
I don't think I've shit my pants either. Definitely peed my pants a few times, but that's like,
If you're gonna drink, you're gonna pee your pants.
yeah, of course. Yeah.
You
and
mean a
like,
full pee or a small pee?
it was
I've done a small one.
mostly small peas. There was
Yeah.
that one time I went on one of those bumpin' boat rides. I was
Oh,
a kid.
yeah,
I was really young. Not really young. Too old for this, but
Yeah, sure.
like, and then I had to pee so bad, but we were waiting in line. And so I was like, I'll just piss on the boat because my pants are going to get wet. And then the whole boat smelled like piss. Somebody was like, and I was like, weird. I was just like, my pants are wet so I can pee.
It's so weird when you're a kid how you like, yeah, this is how people interpret this. It'll be hidden because they'll interpret it like this.
Totally.
Like I remember this has nothing to do with pee, but it's similar where like I remember my teacher was she was like super strict and she would get mad at the class for not paying attention. She was probably just regular. She was probably just annoyed.
Super strict. Hated when you ignored
Hated
her.
when people didn't listen to the lecture.
bitch.
But I just remember one time when I was young being like, oh, because something funny was happening, but she wanted us to look straight ahead at her.
Yeah.
She was like, pay attention, but I was like, I have to look over here.
yeah.
And I didn't understand theory of mind yet.
Theory of
I should have understood by then because I feel like I was like 7 or 8.
Yeah. Sure.
But I was like, oh, if I just point my head at my teacher, but I point my eyes over here, then I can see it, and she has no idea.
She is
And I
not gonna
thought
know.
I was being so smart, like with the pee thing. I was
Yeah.
like, she'll think it's this.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
she
yeah.
immediately called me out.
Yeah.
She started yelling. It's like so obvious.
God.
We used to do when there was a substitute teacher. Did you guys ever do that thing where you go, ooh, with that, so you're not moving your mouth, so
Oh,
she
yeah.
can't, so they can't tell who it's from, and they'd be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
who's making that noise? We'd be like, ooh, and then one person would be like, what noise? And we'd all be like, ooh. That was fucking sick.
We
man.
never did that, but
I'm
I
gonna
would've
do that
loved
to my boss on Monday.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Oh man.
Yeah, shit my pants. I honestly feel really vulnerable talking about that. right
Yeah.
now.
It's
Yeah.
pretty tough. It's a
It's
really
tough.
tough position to be in.
It really sucks because you
Yeah.
just think you're just so confident. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like just so traumatic. you
Yeah.
know? And everyone's like, it happens to everyone, but clearly it fucking doesn't.
Well-
clearly it doesn't.
It'll happen to me. I've gotten close a number of times.
Yeah, sure.
So
Totally.
I'm
yeah,
just
me too.
like playing with fire, you know?
Yeah. 100%.
Like I'll be on a run
Yeah, that's where it
and
happens.
I notice it and I'm like, oh no.
Why? Is it because of the bouncing up and down? I've never run before.
I think it's probably
What do you do on the toilet? You
I don't know.
bounce
Oh,
up
I
and
shake it
down?
out. I shake out the turd.
you
Wait, what do you guys?
bounce.
What do you guys do? You hang upside down and then it comes out your mouth.
No, I think it was because I was
out your
I think it was because I was drinking nonstop and eating burritos a lot.
Yeah,
and then
that'll
I'd
do
go
it.
on a run in
That'll do it.
college.
Yeah.
And I'd be on this long run, and like towards the end, I'd be like, "Oh no!"
Yeah.
And most of the time, I'd make it home. But then sometimes I was like, "It's gonna happen," and I'd have to go into this grocery store and just
yeah.
Man.
take over.
Yeah, one time I was with my dad. When he visits New York, it's all over. You know, we're just drinking and doing everything. And so one time I was like, Dad, I have to go in this bar and shit. Just wait outside. And I ran in the bar. Horrible. I feel so bad for those people, you know. And then I
black
walk out. It's a
tar.
small bar. I walk out, and my dad's like buying us drinks. He's like friends with the bartender. He's like, "This is my daughter, Courtney. She lives here." And I was like, "What are you doing?"
As you see, she's just come out of the toilet.
the one
That's the
bathroom
one.
that everyone else is gonna have to use. Courtney Maginnis. You should see her do comedy.
Dude, when I was working in restaurants, there was this one restaurant that I worked in. It was part of a hotel. And so for our, because you know when you work in a restaurant, you get like a shift meal. They wouldn't make us food. There was a cafeteria in the basement for all of the workers. And no matter what you ate, you would have diarrhea.
No,
So like
horrible.
we would be like on shift, like in our white button-up shirts,
Yeah.
like serving like $300 bottles of wine.
No.
And people would be like, I have to go shit. Can you watch my tables? And so we were like eating that food and then drinking whiskey and doing coke on the job.
Yeah.
And it was just a mess. It was so awful. Like I never shit my pants there, but I'm sure people have.
Of course.
It was fucking so terrible. So like I would be drinking all night, get up at like 4 p.m.
Oof.
and then go to my job like hungover, and then I would eat the food there, and I was like trying to avoid anything that was meat would give you diarrhea, so I'd have
Yeah.
a huge plate of like corn
What the fuck?
and a bowl of cereal. So I wouldn't
A
shit
plate-
myself.
The visual of a plate of corn is so funny because it's not on a cob.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
yeah.
pile of just loose
Big,
corn.
huge pile of corn.
So many
Because
pieces.
it's the only thing that wouldn't give me Princess Di. And so then I would like be on shift and be drinking and doing coke on a stomach of corn.
Coke will do it because they'll cut it with stuff that'll just ruin your whole next day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wait, the corn or the coke?
Corn.
The Coke,
Oh, okay, yeah.
the cocaine.
Yeah. They
Okay.
put baby laxatives
Yeah,
in it.
yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
I just
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
hear you.
Okay, okay.
Baby laxatives?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
to cut it
Why?
to make it more.
Oh, just because it's the same.
It's
like-
the same color and consistency.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then it like, and they use like vitamin B something
Oh.
Yeah.
for coke when they do it in movies.
Oh, right.
And if you have a bunch of it, it'll be like a laxative.
Yeah.
And so like they just do that to cut it and mix
What
it
are
and
you-
sell more.
What are you putting on your corn? You laughed like, yeah, I know how you cut your corn.
No, I was laughing because I heard her say corn.
Okay.
Yeah, they
okay.
cut the corn, but I knew you meant Coke.
Okay. All right. Just checking.
I'm not a really active listener.
But if I were to guess, what do I cut my corn with?
Yeah.
It would be some kind of creamy, cheesy thing like that Mexican dish you like.
Drop the recipe, bitch. Drop the fucking recipe.
It's like some Mexican corn cream dish. It's so good.
Okay, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Elotes. Oop, ow.
Oh, elotes? Yeah, you put. Yeah. I made it.
Or
I
it's
love it.
esquites, I think. Esquites is the one that's like off the cob.
and in the corn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're like, if I were to cut corn, I would do it with. That's what I'm laughing. I would do it with that creamy stuff, just like you like. That's like what you just did.
I was like a mother from the 50s.
Yes. You like corn, Brittany.
We're talking about Coke, you square bitch.
It was just so
I haven't
funny.
done Coke in so long.
Yeah, me neither. I can't do it.
neither
Can't
have
do
I.
it. Can't do it.
I do it
Can't
once
do
a year for my friend Christina's birthday.
All right, bring her
I
out.
used
What
to
day
work
is it?
at the restaurant with her and we'd do Coke all the time. And so now it's Christina Miss because her birthday is December 29th, which is the worst day objectively to have your birthday.
That sucks.
So
That's
we all get together.
My
and we
brother's
do
is on
Coke.
Christmas.
Oh, just like Jesus Christ himself.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Wait, is it Casey or Drew?
Drew.
I knew it.
Yeah.
No.
Nice.
Should we get into our little post?
Let's get into our
Okay,
post.
I love it. I love it.
We're gonna read a post from Am I the Asshole? You know this?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
And feel free to just chime in. We
Brittany
always
says
say
that because-
chime in. I said it too much for a long time.
Yeah.
And then we acknowledged how I say it every time. And now when I say it, I'm like, I hate myself.
Yeah.
Chime in.
Yeah, because there's kind of no other way.
There's no other way for me to be like, you can just dip in. Wherever you want.
Yeah, dip in.
Never.
Jump on in.
Never again.
Dip in.
Yeah, if you want to piggyback off of,
Yeah.
if we could circle back and
Yeah, it starts to
synergy.
sound corporate. unless
IP
you say
equals
chime.
power. Yeah.
All right. I know what you were thinking, they say.
I know what
Oh,
you
by
are.
the title. So the title's Am I the Asshole for I was like, what?
I don't know what's
What do you
happening,
mean
and
you know
I'm
everything?
love
Sorry,
it.
Brittany just smelled too much shoe polish when she was younger, and now she doesn't know how to read good. So she didn't read the title, and then just started reading the post, and she was like, "I know what you're thinking."
That's the
It's
start
the
of the
first
post.
line, but it's under the context of the title.
I was like, to be honest, I'm still thinking about that corn.
Man, I'm getting so sweaty.
Yeah, me too.
Am I the asshole for throwing my roommate's McChicken sandwiches out without telling him first?
Yes,
Yeah?
already.
I know what
No
you're
need to
thinking.
read more.
I know what you're thinking.
By the
Courtney.
title.
That's what it said.
But this is an extreme situation that got out of hand. My roommate loves the McChicken McDonald's sandwiches, but he also loves saving money. Oh, sounds like a deal, guy.
Ew, sounds broke. Gross.
For years, McChicken was only $1 nationwide.
What a funny way to say that. $1 nationwide.
Nationwide.
Chime in, internet user.
Yeah. And he would eat 10 to 15 of these sandwiches a day.
What? No.
That's terrible.
Talk about shits, dude.
No.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
Well, I'm off his side, but continue.
Yeah.
Just
Our
keeping you
whole
updated.
damn apartment smelled like chicken. Well, a year ago, McDonald's started increasing the price on McChickens to $1.59 instead of $1. That's a 60% increase.
Is that what it says? Or did
Yeah,
you just
I
say
know,
that?
I know.
Oh,
Do you think I can do that math?
well, it's 60 cents and $1.
Oh, right.
so-
I had no idea. I was
But
like,
I would,
wow.
that would be my guess of how to do the math, but then I wouldn't, I
Have
would think I was
confidence.
wrong.
Totally, yeah.
And I'd be like, no, let me get my calculator out.
Also, I'm saying that, but I don't know if it's right. I
No,
went to
that-
community college.
That is right.
I went to fashion school. It's not good.
She's a fashion girl. She can't quit.
What the fuck? Say that shit to my face. Fucking bitch.
I was trying to do a callback, but I messed it up so bad that I don't even think I should put it out
Do
there
it.
again.
Do
Man.
it.
And it's not good enough. It was
Okay.
just you saying your family saying you're a fashion girl and you can't cook.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I loved it. I loved it. Fix it in post.
Yeah.
Fix it.
I edit, but okay.
Fix it.
My roommate freaked out at this and freaked out at the cost increase, 60 cents.
The 60% increase.
Yeah.
I mean, overtime. I mean, 15 a day. That's a lot.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Also, it's not even like a regular. It's
Man.
like, okay, if he was only ate cosmic brownies, I would be like, you have to eat 15 to 20 of them a day to not be hungry.
Yeah.
But McChickens,
3.
But also McDonald's. I've been known to eat some McDonald's. It doesn't fill you up like food
Yeah.
you cook
That's
either,
true,
too,
yeah.
because it's like chemicals.
Yeah,
That's true. Yeah.
That's true.
So, but that is crazy. I would think like 5 a day is
Yeah.
fucking crazy, but I'd be
Yes.
like, oh, I could probably.
How
do
could
5
you
a day.
Yeah.
keep having cravings for this if you eat all this only all day every day?
Yeah.
He was.
I don't understand
I think
that.
he was molested while he ate a chicken sandwich or something. Like there's
He's
something
fighting demons.
traumatic happened with the sandwich. But continue.
He got molested and watched his parents die while he was eating a McChicken. And 9/11 happened at the same time.
9/11 happened.
My roommate freaked out at this and started buying McChickens by the truckload. Our fridge, had as many as 100 McChickens in it at any time.
He's like trying to save money, but he's also spending $100
Yeah.
on McChickens at one time.
Yeah,
Oh, McDonald's employees, they're like, he's coming.
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
He's like, give me every McChicken you have.
He's spending all his time going from McDonald's to McDonald's as well.
Yeah, he's
Like
doing
he
like
just
what people
drives
do.
around all day.
Like a heroin
For
addict.
Beanie Babies. It's like similar to that.
Yeah, I was gonna say when people would get Sudafed to make meth.
Oh
They
yeah,
go to
they're
different- 'cause you
driving
can only
across
get-
state lines
Yep.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they know you. They
Yeah.
know you.
And you're like, Beanie Babies.
Beanie Babies.
You
Well, they
two
were
are
going
different.
crazy.
Yeah.
They were driving all over to get like a Princess Di.
Yeah.
Hey, Princess Di.
Princess
Princess
Diarrhea.
Di Beanie Baby.
Yeah.
Brittany, I love how much joy callbacks bring you.
Princess Di.
You can't cook.
I'll get one more in here, and I'll feel bad about it.
Okay.
So he bought. Oh, okay. So he was buying 100 McChickens at a time. Blah blah blah. Things got out of hand last month when he bought a meat freezer and collected as many as 700 McChickens and had a
That's
toaster.
like somebody's rent.
Yeah.
That's like the amount
Yeah.
of people's rent.
Yeah.
And he had a toaster oven to heat them back up. I was pissed.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Everything smelled like chicken everywhere. On top of that, the electricity on the meat freezer probably cost us more than the damn price increase on the McChickens. That might be true.
That's absolutely true.
I lost my mind. I unplugged the meat freezer when he left and let them rot. Ooh, that must have felt so good. Except it took too long for them to rot.
Yeah.
Like that would
don't
feel
they-
good if you did it and immediately everything was destroyed.
Yeah.
But it took like 2
'Cause
days.
I
Or it
heard-
probably, because can't you leave like a fucking
Yeah,
McDonald's burger
exactly.
because it's made out of like
Oh, I
plastic
saw
or
that on
whatever.
Teen
Yes.
Angel.
Yeah.
Remember that show?
Teen Angel.
It was on TGI Friday, like when we were in
Oh.
high school.
Oh no, I'm
That was
I'm
the
older
first
than you guys.
episode.
I
don't
watched
think so.
I
think
watched
we're the same
Family
age.
Matters and Step by Step.
Oh, yeah, I watched
and
those too.
Dinosaurs. That was my TGIF.
I watched Dinosaur too. The first episode of this one show that was like popular back then was about this kid who thought he could eat a burger because it was only under there for a month, and there was like that myth going around.
oh yeah,
And he died as a teen. I don't remember.
Wait,
the
that
rest.
was the
Oh my god, the
first
show was
episode of-
Teen Angel. I gotta
Yeah,
look
he
Wait,
this
died
up.
was it-
immediately because he ate a
I gotta look
burger.
this up. I gotta look
Wait,
this
was
up.
it a like documentary or was that
No,
like a sitcom?
it's just a sitcom.
It was a sitcom where they kill off a teenager
Immediately.
the first episode,
First episode.
for eating a burger.
But then he's in the whole show as an angel.
Oh my god!
Okay, 1997. How do I not remember this?
Well, I don't think it lasted long, but it was like
Because it's a terrible
It was
premise
a-
for a show.
it was around when TGIF was like huge. It was like all
Yeah,
anyone ever did.
I watched it all the
It was a
1997.
popular
I
show
wanna
for a
watch.
while.
These guys are hot.
Yeah, let's see Teen Angel.
Oh hell yeah, he's hot.
There he is. Oh, he's so young.
God,
Oh my
he
God.
looks like one of your
dude.
brothers.
Yeah, he does.
God. Anyway,
Hell yeah.
digression to teenager.
I lost my mind. Okay, so he unplugged the freezer. And let them rot. When he came back, they were moldy and ruined, and he had to toss them out. On top of that, McDonald's increased the price of McChicken to $1.59, just like they said they would. I added that part. They said just last week. I feel like pretty bad, but I'm so sick of McChickens. He also is mad at me for ruining his McChickens and his investment of $700. He claims I now owe him $1,060 because that's how much his investment increased in value.
He was gonna sell them.
He was gonna sell them.
Yeah, that's the investment that you're not getting anything else out of this. You're just
This is Beanie Babies.
Yeah, yeah.
wait, it's crazy he wants him to owe him the price these would be worth.
Also, like, why couldn't
now.
he just talk to him?
Yeah,
could've just literally been
well,
like-
because they're men, they don't.
Yeah.
do that.
He's
No.
like, it's just scorched earth
Yeah.
instead of having a
Yeah.
single conversation.
Man.
They've been living together for years.
If it was a woman on the first day, she'd be like, "Bring me back to the first chicken sandwich you had."
I know,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah,
Yeah.
totally. And then they
they
would have.
talk it out.
Yeah.
They get perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, this reminds me, one of my very good friends, he started a food truck back in the day, and it was totally illegal. So I'm not going to, it's now a very successful restaurant. And
It's La Bernardin.
chill. But back in the day, he, like, when he started it, him and his brothers, they just did it all illegally under the health board, because
Yeah.
there was like no food truck regulations back then.
Yeah.
And so they would just have big ass meat freezers in their living room, like this, around here,
Yeah.
like in their. And so they'd bring girls home, and they'd walk in, and there'd just be giant meat
Oh.
freezers, and the girls would be like, "What?" And that's the other thing I thought of, is like, what chick is coming over
Oh.
and there's a meat freezer? You're like, bye.
I know, yeah.
Like, well, I'm not gonna die today.
Yeah, I
You
know.
And also, it smells like chicken in
Yeah.
here. You know?
Don't worry, I can't even kill you and put you in here. There's too many
Too many
McChickens in it.
chickens,
I can't
yeah.
even fit another person in here. Also, this is gonna be worth $1,000
Yeah.
one day, as opposed to $700.
That's I mean, listen, they should have talked about it, but also that's a little, I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have unplugged it.
No,
yeah,
I
I
wouldn't
think
have
unplugging
unplugged
it is bad. Yeah.
Also, I just don't think I would choose. I mean, I guess they're probably young, and you just live with whoever when you're young.
That's true. Yeah.
so
Very
maybe
true.
that's it. But like now, I think I would avoid a McChicken hoarder.
Yeah.
Like just
Yeah.
based on feeling,
Sure.
hopefully.
Vibe.
Yeah. Totally.
But you never know.
I mean,
lived
I
with
have-
that crazy lady Karen, so
That's true.
that was only a few years ago.
Wasn't her name Sharon?
Sharon? What the
What the
hell?
hell?
Wait, why do I know
Brittany.
that?
It's all made up.
Brittany. It's all made
Yeah, you
up.
just you're like, I'm
Wait,
like, then how did you
did
meet
any of that
Katrina if
happen?
it's all made
Yeah.
up?
Wait, why was she crazy?
She was like,
She loved her spoons.
she paid attention to everything I did, and yes, she loved her spoons. Like one time, I probably already said this on the pod before, but one time she like just knew everything I was doing
No.
and like kept track of everything in too much detail. One time I came home, she was waiting for me, just waiting in the kitchen. Lights are off. No, they probably weren't off.
You turn the
But
lights
it
on and
felt
she's
like
like,
that.
yeah, she's sitting in a chair.
And I'm like,
I'm
oh,
disappointed in
Sharon.
you. What time was your curfew?
Yeah. I came home, she's sitting there just waiting for me to walk in the door. Because as soon as I walk in, she's like, hey, can I want to talk about something with you. And she's like asking me where the spoons are. There's like a couple missing big spoons. And I don't even use the big spoons, so I immediately knew it wasn't me. But she was so concerned about them. And she was like accusing me of having her spoons. And she's like, I don't know where they are, which means that she counts the spoons because we had a lot of spoons.
Oh,
we had
my
a lot of
God.
silverware.
Wait.
And also, there's another girl in the apartment. And I'm like, are you going to talk to her or what? I feel like she just assumed it was me.
Being obsessed with spoons is like something you would make up in a script, right?
I know,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
I know.
Yeah.
Because spoon is such a funny word.
I know,
You
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's so stupid.
She's like, I counted and there's 8 spoons.
Yeah.
There's
She
usually
knew.
11
She
spoons.
knew the number missing. And
I
she
love my spoons. That's all that's going through my head.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
God.
she like wouldn't let it go. So I had to sit down with her for a long time and like pretend to think of ideas about where the spoons might be.
Oh,
Just
shit.
to like,
You were like, well, I shoved some of those spoons up my ass.
Yeah.
Do you want to fucking look for him, bitch?
Oh no,
yeah,
that's
she was
tough.
terrible. She did tons of like weird stuff like that.
Yeah.
She was also mean and like she would also be like, "Hey, I'm going through my closet and I'm getting rid of all this stuff and like I'm gonna get rid of this shirt. Would you want the shirt?" And it's not like a thing I would normally really want, but I'm like, "Well, it's free and maybe I'll like it." So I'm like, "Okay." And then like a week later, she's like, "Hey, so you know that shirt that like you
Oh no,
you got from me? Yeah, can you give me like $20 for that?" And I'd be like, "What? You're like asking for money after giving me a gift."
what the
Giving you
fuck?
something that she was going to throw out.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You guys should reconnect.
It was non-stop stuff like that. One time I went to
Wow.
the store and on my way out, she was like, "Are you going to the store?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, can you give me some soup, please?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay, sure." Like,
Well, this is why she loves the spoons.
Yeah.
We've
I haven't
solved
used
the
my
problem.
spoons in a while, so I just want to give them. I want to interact with them a little bit.
I have to have them touch my mouth once a day, and so I can only eat liquid.
So I go and
Oh
I get her some
God.
soup, and I guess they didn't have the containers out that she's used to. And I come back with the soup, and I put it in the kitchen, and I go in my room and eat my stuff because I did not hang with her more than I needed to.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
always went to my room.
Sure.
I was always eating quesadillas in bed because of Sharon.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I leave the soup out, and
It's
then
totally not because you're white trash. It's just all about Sharon.
Definitely Sharon.
We got it.
It wasn't huffing paint thinner your entire childhood.
yeah, I'm
It
like,
was
this is
Sharon.
why I do this. It's that girl. And then I hear her. She comes out into the kitchen, and I hear her like go up to the soup, and she goes, "Oh my god." And she's all upset, and I'm like, "What the
I
hell?"
love when people
She
do
got her
that.
soup, and she's like freaking out. And then somehow we talk after, and she's like asking about the container, and she's all mad about it. And I'm like, she's mad. I do a favor for her, and she's like yelling about the container it's in.
She acts like you put it in a
Yes.
different container to make
Yeah.
her mad.
And she never thanked me, and I'm like,
How
what is
do
wrong with
those
this
people
lady?
live in New York City?
I don't
That's
know.
How do uptight people live here?
I don't know. I don't understand
It's
it.
so I'm so confused.
Yeah.
You could go live somewhere in the woods if you want, and you'd probably be a
Yeah.
lot happier. Maybe
She'd be fine.
Totally.
She'd find something to complain about.
Sure.
Yeah.
But no one could
But
hear
it would be
her.
like she'd start complaining about squirrels, or whatever.
Yeah. Well,
Or
they're
like
annoying.
she'd live in the suburbs and she'd be one of those home association.
Yes, sure.
Homeowner
my
association
God,
people.
yeah.
That's where she belongs,
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah, totally. It's like
She's got a gift for that stuff.
Sure.
yeah, just being
She can complain about fence heights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Dude, it's like you were saying like uptight how do uptight people live in New York City, and it's like I know people like there's like somebody I used to work with who was like going to Brooklyn Steel, and he was like, "Is it dangerous over there?"
Oh my God.
Oh.
And I'm
just
like,
go. Just move.
It's Williamsburg.
Just leave.
Yeah.
Just leave.
And also, it's like a 10-minute walk from. I'm like, how do you live anywhere?
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, because he like lived in Manhattan and he was like Brooklyn.
Oh,
Oh
my
my
God.
God.
So
no.
nuts. And I'm like, why do you fucking live here, dude?
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Man.
Let's kill him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, that's what he's expecting. Let's
know,
just
yeah.
do it for him.
That's
Is he
true.
got
Let's just
money?
end these,
We're gonna do him a
these
favor.
ruminating thoughts.